and welcome to At Your Pace Online's course for insurance producers who offer annuities to their customers. This class is designed to meet and exceed the curriculum standards for suitability training established nationally by the NAIC and accepted in every state as a requirement for agents and producers who wish to be licensed to market and sell annuities. Specifically, this course includes the 2020 updates to the model regulation, which introduces the best interests of the customer. These training and licensing standards came about as a result of two events in 2010. Annuities had become increasingly popular, in part due to a not entirely accurate belief that they could offer the same returns as any stock or bond while reducing or eliminating the downside risks of investments. After all, an annuity is insurance, not a pure investment, and insurance is supposed to protect the purchaser against bad events. Meanwhile, the terms and fees involved in annuities had become increasingly complex and confusing, raising concerns that an inexperienced purchaser or someone whose functioning had begun to diminish due to advanced age might be victimized in the annuities market. It was understood that an insurance producer might not intentionally victimize the purchaser of an annuity, but through inadequate suitability standards, training, support, or oversight, might inadvertently do so. Because of this, in April 2010, the NAIC published an update on their suitability in annuity transactions model regulations. These model regulations were first created in 2003 to apply to seniors only, but then extended to all customers in 2006. The 2010 version included a requirement for 4 hours of suitability training to be completed within 6 months of the effective date of the state's adoption of the NAIC model. The 6-month deadline was only for currently licensed insurance producers. Newly licensed producers need to complete the 4 hours before they're allowed to sell annuities. These 4 hours may also be counted towards satisfying continuing education requirements. Also, in July 2010, Title IX of the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act included a requirement that by March 2013, all states must adopt the 2010 NAIC model regulation, or standards at least as strict. If not, they would no longer be granted jurisdiction over the sale of indexed securities. Another provision of Title IX required that states adopt the NAIC suitability control procedures of the model regulation in order to receive federal grants for programs that protect seniors against misleading marketing practices. States acted quickly to adopt both the training and suitability standards set out in the NAIC model regulation. The goal was to ensure that annuities are only sold to those for whom they represent a genuine benefit. Annuities are a tremendous resource offered to insurance customers and are likely to remain a flourishing business for years to come. But they're also a complex product that's been among the most misunderstood, misused, and abused products in the financial marketplace, and they've gotten more than their fair share of negative press. By completing this suitability training, and by subsequently pursuing training by insurers in their specific products, and following the guidelines those insurers provide to you, you'll be sure to give the right counsel and advice to your customers regarding this complicated but very valuable product. If you're ready, let's get into the course.